Some of the Austrian participants in this debate, George Selgin and Larry White, are the two big guns in this. Steve Horowitz also has a book on this, the free banking position. You could say versus, so I'll list just some. There's tons of people, and this debate has raged literally for more than decades. So I'm just giving you some of the people that are actually at this seminar this week. You've got Guido Hulsmann, you've got Walter Block, you've got Joe Salerno. Oh, wait a minute. Honest mistake, that's actually Eric Clapton, but I meant to put up a Joe Salerno post. You've also got the present Murphy. Now, what I mean by that is I, in my current incarnation, think this because this is something new. I told you I was debating George Selgin, just happened a few months ago, and so it was my preparation that I'd come to my present position. Over the years, when I was younger, I actually was in favor of fractional reserve banking. And then it was just over time. I mean, obviously, I thought banks can do whatever they want, and if 100% reserves is what they want to do, fine. But over time now, and especially, like I say, in preparation, I have moved. I went from just thinking something's really weird when I learned the accounting of it. I was going to do it for you guys here, but it would take too much time. And if you don't know how balance sheets work, it would be completely mysterious to you. But if you know how balance sheets work, and you go and look at what banks do when they engage in fractional reserve banking, it is freaky. That's where this phrase creating money out of thin air comes from. Let me just say this. That's not something that only fiat money central banks do. In the modern legal and regulatory framework, there is a legitimate sense in which commercial banks can create money. They can make decisions that make M1 go up, if I put it that way. Okay, so just make sure you realize that this is not something that only central banks do. This is something that commercial banks do. Okay, and so that's, so now I'm on this side, whereas before I was, so I'll put young Murphy over here, and now I'm going to show a picture. It's before the beard, just so I do look different. I just want to mention. I was studying a lot, didn't get outside very much. So, in all seriousness, this brings up an interesting point too. So I was, a grad student. I was here. I was a fellow, like some of you are, here. I went to all the Mises U's once, I was the right age, and I kept coming. And people knew I was okay with fractional reserve banking at the time, right? It's not like that I got excommunicated or something, all right? So there's this idea that this is a cult and that, you can't deviate from Rothbard's line or else that's really not true, okay? When you're a group of people who like certain scholars who are not well known outside of certain circles or who at least aren't cited, you welcome like someone coming in who wants to criticize Rothbard and something. That's great, right? It's like, finally, someone who's read Rothbard and appreciates he's worth responding and criticizing. You see what I'm saying? So again, if you're new here and you've heard rumors that you're not allowed to disagree with Rothbard, that is really not true, and I just want to officially say that. Okay.